Welcome children. In the previous session, we saw the construction, locating of the incenter of a triangle. Until now, we have seen the construction of or locating of the centroid G, the orthocenter O, and the incenter I of a triangle. Now, in this session, we will learn to locate the circumcenter of a triangle. So I'll just type it out. The aim is to locate the circumcenter of a triangle. So this is the aim of this session, to locate the circumcenter of a triangle. So like the other center, circumcenter is also a center of the triangle. How will you locate it? So just like in the other three centers, three concurrent lines, medians, three concurrent medians locate the position of the centroid. In the case of orthocenter, three altitudes, or you can say the three perpendiculars drawn from each vertex to the opposite side meet in one point. They are concurrent, and that point is your orthocenter. And in center, there the point of concurrence of the three angle bisectors is the incenter. So now the fourth center is what kind of median or what lines are you going to take? Yes, it is still there is a possibility. Taken a triangle, it may be an acute triangle or an obtuse triangle or a right triangle. You can always locate the triangle circumcenter. The circumcenter is again a concurrence point of concurrence here. So what are those concurrent lines which meet at the point of circumcenter? And obviously the only left out option is the perpendicular bisectors of the sides of the triangle. The triangle has three sides. For each side, you can draw perpendicular bisector. The point of concurrence of these three side bisectors, okay, bisectors of the three sides, is the circumcenter of the triangle. I'll just demonstrate by taking a simple triangle, and randomly I'm taking a triangle. It may be any kind of triangle, but I'm taking the case of acute angle triangle. So I'm just drawing a triangle here, from here to here one line, okay, and from here to here another line. Let me take something like this bigger. Okay, the third one is here. This is the triangle that I have taken. Okay, I will have to locate its circumcenter. What I will do is, I will have to draw the perpendicular bisector. I can use a ruler and set square to draw the perpendicular bisector. But instead of that, I can use the, what do you call it, as the compass. The compass ruler is there. I can use this compass to draw the perpendicular bisector. You know how to draw the perpendicular bisector of the three sides. What is the perpendicular bisector of a line segment? See here, the three sides are three line segments. If I take the horizontal base of this triangle, it is a line segment. What is the perpendicular bisector of this base, the line segment base? So it is actually another line. It is not a line segment, but it is a line which is perpendicular to the base and which divides the base into two equal parts, bisect two equal parts. So that is what it is. You know how to draw it, you can recall it. For that, what I will be taking is, I will be just see, I am first going to draw the perpendicular bisector for I'll just elongate it. It should be a little bigger. I'll have to take the needle is kept here. Okay, I can rotate it this way or this way. I am setting a distance in the compass which is approximately little over than half of the base. I am going to draw the perpendicular bisector of the side base of the triangle. So for that, I am setting a distance in the compass which is just over than, just above the base. Okay, so after that I can draw. I can just move it this way or this way. So what I am going to do is I will just catch hold of the tip of it. I can always draw, but before that I would like to have it in red color. Okay, so after this I can just take this one. Now I can, the tip is red only, I can just rotate it like this. I can rotate it like this. It should be more than half, so I am just drawing something like this. Now I will take it back to here to the other end of the base and rotate it something like this. Okay, I will have to, this way I can always draw. See, after doing that, the point of intersection of the two arcs, I have drawn an arc. Okay, after setting a distance of more than half of the side base. Okay, let me just minimize it and do it so that you will be able to, and just lift this picture up above here. Okay, if you see that this other side, this arc is not meeting here. So what I will do is I will just take this back here. I'll keep it back here at this piece early. I'll keep it here, and then I can, after, once I get that, I can draw it. So now the perpendicular bisector is a line passing through that. So for that I need a ruler. Okay, so I am taking the ruler here. The ruler is big. Okay, it is enough. Now I can still make it, and I can have to make it perpendicular like this. Okay, and I will put it here. After this, I'll have to draw the line passing through. Let me take the line and do. So I have taken the line, the end is the pencil now. So I can just draw it. Whatever way it is drawn now. Now I can remove the scale. Okay, that red line is one perpendicular bisector. Okay, I like to draw the next perpendicular bisector. Next perpendicular bisector of the next line segment, which is the side 2. So again I will take the compass. Okay, I like to set a distance which is just over than half of this line segment. I am taking this side now. Okay, this side is compass is a little over than half of the distance. So now I can draw one more arc here like this. I'll have to draw from this side also, so I can draw something like this. And the other end, it is here, other end of the line segment, it is now here. I'll have to draw the line, so I will just keep it here, and then I'll have to make, see, the two arcs intersect here. So I got the next line also. I'll have to draw, connect to the point of intersections of the two arcs, and it is a second perpendicular bisector. So for that I'm just keeping it here like this. I'll take it over to here. Here it is okay, but on this side it is not okay. I'll keep it here like this. Okay, but it is not well aligned. I'll have to keep it here exactly this point. If you see this point it's at the point of intersection. Okay, but here it is little above it. I just have to, yeah, now it is okay. Here also it is just a point there. Now I can take the line and draw it. See, when I bring it over here, it is showing the hand icon. That means I can draw a line. Just by pressing the mouse, I have drawn one more line here. Okay. So now I can remove the scale. I have drawn two lines here. One perpendicular bisector red, this one, and the other one. The third one is that we will write that too. Okay. So now I am just rotating this. If you see it, it is well over half of the third side. Let me just reduce let me change the color of it also. I will make it as green color. Okay. And now I will have to draw two arcs on the third side. Okay, and the length of the compass would be little more than half of the third side. So it is, you can see it is little over than half of the third side. So now I will have to draw the line. So for that, see here it is there. I can just rotate it about here because after that I can draw. I couldn't, once I get that arc like thing, then I can just rotate it, click it and rotate it. Yeah, now it is okay. I have drawn the third arc, to find the perpendicular bisector I have drawn. This one, I will have to take the pivot over to here at this point. It is kept there properly. I will have to draw the another arc, so I will just bring it over to here. After that, now the two green arcs intersect at different points. I can remove this. I will have to join the point of intersection this and this of the arcs. So which is the perpendicular bisector of the third side. So I will bring it like this. I will keep it here like this. Here it is okay. Here it is pointing there. But here it is little over. I will have to rotate it here like this. Now it is okay. Okay. Now it is little okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take that one line I am taking. When I bring it here, the hand icon comes. Means I can draw the third line also. Third line also is drawn. The three perpendicular bisectors are drawn now. Now I can see that the three perpendicular bisectors intersect at some point. What is the point of intersection of the three perpendicular bisectors are there? So now you see the three perpendicular bisectors, they are meeting at one point. Means the three perpendicular bisectors are concurrent lines. The three perpendicular bisectors of the three sides of the triangle are concurrent. The green perpendicular bisector, the other two are drawn in same color, red. But anyway, you can see this is the point of intersection of the three perpendicular bisectors. Okay, I will just show it like this. I will name it as circumcenter is name denoted by the letter C. So I will just put a C here, capital C. It is drawn now. I can make it a little bigger. Okay, by selecting it, I can make it a little bigger. Okay, this is the point. It should be here somewhere. So I am just putting it and it's there. The C is the point of circumcenter. So I'll just make a arc and show it to you that it is circumcenter. This is that circumcenter. C-I-R-C-U-M C-E-N-T-R-E circumcenter. What is circumcenter? That is known to you. Anyway, I will do it again, type it out. What is circumcenter? Okay, circumcenter, gone wrong, circumcenter. Okay, so I will type it again, C-I-R-C-U-M, circumcenter of a triangle, T-R-I-A-N-G-L-E, circumcenter of a triangle is the point of concurrence. You know point of concurrence, point of intersection. Intersection means two lines are meeting, means it is meeting at one point, it is point of intersection. But when there are more than two lines, means three or more lines, when they are meeting in one point, you say that it is the point of concurrence. Okay, so circumcenter of a triangle is the point of concurrence of which lines? Of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. The perpendicular, you know, perpendicular bisectors. Okay, perpendicular bisectors of the three sides, of its three sides. three sides. You know, perpendicular bisector is basically a line which is perpendicular to the given line segment, and it divides the given line segment into two equal parts. Okay, so that is that through the compass. You have studied about it in the last year, constructing perpendicular bisectors or bisecting a line into two equal parts. So that's it. We will